In Toronto, Canada's largest zoo is proud to raise rare animals from all over the world. Among them, the most prominent are the mother and cub of African lions, attracting all the eyes of visitors. The mother lion is named Nala, strong and intelligent, and the cub is just over a year old named Leo. The mother and cub live in a semi-wild enclosure designed to be spacious, simulating the natural environment. For the past 2 years, Nala and Leo have always been carefully cared for by staff, ensuring the best health. Every day, visitors from all over stop by, enjoying watching the mother and cub play. In particular, Leo, with his curious and mischievous nature, quickly became a little star in everyone's hearts. The person responsible for taking care of the mother and cub is the young girl Emma Walker, who loves animals. Emma is always attentive, carefully checking every meal and every step of Nala and Leo every day. Life at the zoo was peaceful until the harsh winter came. That winter, an unprecedented blizzard began to sweep through Toronto, causing chaos everywhere. The wind howled, the snow fell heavily, the temperature dropped to -25 degrees Celsius, causing all activities to stop. All the animals in the zoo were taken into the shelter, avoiding the fierce storm outside. Nala and Leo's semi-wild enclosure was severely affected by the terrible wind. The cold wind damaged the roof and the protective fence around the lion cage. Nala and her mother tried to cope by curling up together under the white snow. Leo shivered in his mother's arms, his eyes wide with cold and fear. The snow grew thicker and thicker, covering the mother and son's backs and thin bodies. Nala tried to use her body to shield her little son, but her strength gradually ran out. Leo, who had been playing in the snow at first, could only curl up and shiver from the cold. The whirlwinds blew through the cage, carrying a thick layer of snow that covered Leo. Night fell, the temperature continued to drop, the sky was covered in a blanket of white snow. Nala groaned weakly, half awake, half asleep, her eyes looking at the motionless Leo with despair. Nala's heart seemed to shatter as she felt the fragile life of her beloved child. The entire cage was plunged into darkness, only the cold howling wind echoed endlessly. Leo gradually lost consciousness, his small body almost frozen under the cold snow. Mother lion Nala struggled to walk towards her child but eventually collapsed from exhaustion. The fierce blizzard had turned a safe place into a cold and deadly nightmare. No one knew that the mother and child lion were struggling between the thin line between life and death. All hope was now as fragile as the last breath in that cold, cruel stormy night. When the storm began to subside, Emma immediately donned her protective gear and rushed out to check on the animals. Her heart sank as she saw that Nala and Leo's cage had almost completely collapsed. Emma hurriedly approached, the flashlight illuminating 2 figures covered in cold, hard snow. Leo lay motionless in a corner, his entire body stiff as a small block of ice. Nala was still whimpering weakly, her desperate eyes looking at Emma as if pleading for help. Without hesitation, Emma knelt down and gently removed the thick layer of snow clinging to Leo's body. She felt the cold radiating from his small body, as if penetrating through her thick gloves. Emma whispered, "Don't worry, little one, I'll save you," and gently picked Leo up in her arms. She ran at full speed through the white snow, heading towards the zoo's emergency medical area. On the way, Emma's tears fell because of her worry for the fragile life she was holding in her arms. As soon as they arrived, the veterinarians immediately provided support, prepared a heated room and emergency equipment. Leo was placed on the examination table, and the doctors quickly checked his temperature and heart rate. Emma held Leo's little hand tightly, gently patting it, hoping to give him warmth. A doctor announced, "His heart rate is very weak, but there is still hope for a cure." A small ray of light flashed in Emma's heart in the middle of that cold, desperate winter night. Immediately, Leo was taken to a specialized heating chamber to safely warm up his body temperature. The doctors took turns closely monitoring every little change in the lion cub's body. Emma did not take her eyes off Leo, her hands gently stroking his cold fur, praying for a miracle to happen. The layer of ice on Leo's body gradually melted, water dripping onto the hospital room floor. The doctors continued to gently massage, supporting blood circulation to the frozen body. After nearly 30 minutes of emergency resuscitation, Leo's eyes moved slightly for the first time. A sigh of relief spread throughout the room. Emma's eyes sparkled with indescribable joy. Leo weakly opened his eyes, his golden brown pupils searching for the familiar figure beside him. Emma gently lifted Leo's head, smiling in uncontrollable happiness. She mixed warm milk, slowly feeding small sips into the little lion's mouth. Leo licked every drop of milk, the vitality gradually recovering in that weak body. The doctors decided to let Leo stay in the medical area for a few more days for monitoring and special care. Emma volunteered to stay by Leo's bedside, not taking her eyes off him for even a second. She promised herself and Nala that she would save this precious life. In the warm medical room, the flame of hope quietly rekindled in the cold winter. The next morning, the sky was clear and bright with sunlight after the terrible white storm. The zoo quickly mobilized all staff to clean up and repair the damaged areas. Emma carefully carried the healthier Leo, wrapped in a soft blanket, and headed towards the lion cage. Nala was sitting in front of the cage door, her eyes looking expectantly towards the entrance. As soon as she saw the small figure, Nala jumped up, roaring out a hopeful call. Emma opened the gate, gently put Leo down, and let him take his first steps back to his mother. Leo staggered a few steps and then rushed into his mother's arms, rubbing his head against the familiar warm fur. Nala licked Leo's body with her tongue, checking him bit by bit with her eyes full of love. The zoo staff burst into tears because they were moved by this touching reunion. The zoo decided to urgently install a modern heating system in all the wild animal cages. Infrared heating lamps were installed along the walkways, creating a warm space despite the cold outside. Nala and Leo had a new, safe, comfortable home to withstand the long, cold winter. Emma smiled happily as she watched the mother and son lions playing in the newly renovated cage. A bright new chapter had opened, filled with hope and endless love. Leo survived, and the story of the lion boy's resilience will forever be imprinted in everyone's hearts. A few days later, an emergency meeting was held in the main hall of the Toronto Zoo. The staff and the board of directors discussed the problem of tropical animals living in cold conditions. Emma frankly presented the case of Nala and Leo during the recent storm. Heartbreaking images were projected on the screen, causing the entire meeting room to be suffocated in silence. Some experts proposed long-term solutions to ensure the health of these exotic animals. The board of directors agreed to install additional heating systems to optimize their living environment. At the same time, the long-term plan was to return the animals to a suitable natural environment. Next summer would be the right time to repatriate the animals. The meeting ended with a strong belief in a better future for the animals. Emma felt relieved that her efforts had contributed to changing the fate of these small lives. Spring comes, warm sunshine fills the zoo, bringing new hope to all creatures. Leo grows up day by day, healthy and full of energy like a brave warrior. Emma still takes care of and watches over the mother and son every day, bonding like blood relatives. The first photos of Leo after the storm become an immortal symbol of love. And the story of that magical winter will forever be told in everyone's hearts. Dear friends, thank you for taking the time to watch the whole video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to support us. Goodbye and see you again in the next episodes.